My experience on a sim is pretty limited, to be honest. I think that I miss that phase, but in saying that, I probably in the last week or so have been operating this sim, which is one from the workshop, and now understanding a bit more of the technology and how they're advanced they've become. They're actually quite a good thing. When this all sort of started to become more of a reality, we were going to use another sim, which McElrays have got down there, and I've actually used that in the past when I was, my last couple of years of full-time supercar driving, and Irish, Johnny McGregor and I used to go down there and use it a little bit, but it's just a different world. To get your head around not having that tactile feel of what the car's doing underneath you is really something that you've got to sort of change your whole focus. I think whatever advantage you'll have is probably now gone. I think most of the drivers now have been on the simulator and logged in and done laps of the track. Like initially you knew where the lefts and rights were and the undulation of everything. But again, the sim is a completely different world. And for me now, sort of relaying or relating that from reality to a sim work is probably more difficult, because once you get your head around what you need to do to drive the sim to maximise your lap time, I think that's more valuable than actually knowing the tracks in real life. Well, it's been interesting to watch it from afar. Both Lara and I have been home every Wednesday, logging on and since watching it through Fox. And it's been quite humorous at times, and now I actually getting my backside into a sim and realising and understanding how difficult it is. I think that all my sledging of some of the drivers of watching it from TV world has been probably now a bit of a reality of how hard it is actually to get your head around it. You know, your fuel calculations, your spotter, your engineer, getting qualifying right, and that's probably my biggest problem, is understanding, burning off the fuel, putting a good tyre, maximising that one lap. It's really intense, and to hear some of the comments from the drivers like Cam Waters and that basically say at the end of a weekend, mentally they're drained, and I understand that once you have a night in a sim racing against 5 other cars, you're mentally drained. For me, probably my teammate, Jamie Whincup. I know he's struggling, but he's definitely got better. There's no way I'm going to beat Shane. Shane's at the top of the game. There's been a few of them, Scotty McLaughlin, Anton, Chazzy's getting there, Cam Waters is now moving up. There's that little cluster of guys that are sort of a league in their own. So if I can beat Jamie, I'll be really happy.